Look at this photograph. It's of my girlfriend's ass. What? I don't know what happened, but she's laughing.
Too good to be true, bro.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another brand new episode of Blazed Infused.
Blazed Infused.
That's it. Welcome to a brand new episode of Blazed Infused, everybody. I would have forgot what the fuck show I'm on if it wasn't for my beautiful co-host, Jaimie. Say what's up.
What's up?
What's up? And I'm Jon, everybody. This week's special guest flower on Blazed and Infused is the infamous powerhouse sativa strain called Durban Poison. This is 100% sativa, and it's literally one of the most popular and powerful sativas on the planet. Let's give her a taste and see how she tastes. Whoa, wow, Durban Poison. Let's pull up the stats, everybody. Once again, the name is Durban Poison. This particular strain that we're smoking right now happens to be grown indoors. This, once again, is a 100% sativa with THC levels measuring out at a good 24%. Now, the next thing you want to know, could Daryl be the father of this strain?
You are not.
Once again, Daryl is doing I'd be doing backflips too if I found out I wasn't the fucking father. The parents of this strain, however, is one of the parents is an inbred descendant of a sativa strain grown in South Africa. I don't know. When they said it was inbred, I thought it might have come from Kentucky. No, but yeah, one of the parents is an inbred descendant of a sativa strain grown in South Africa. Basically, landline strains.
Landrace?
Yeah, landline. You know, landline back in the 80s. No, dude. There's a TV show or a series called Vice. You even saw it. You can. Look it up on YouTube. There is like an hour-long special of the actual two cannabis growers that flew out to the Congo to find the landlay strain that eventually would become Durban Poison.
Right.
You can watch that right now on YouTube. Like Vice is the name of the investigative series, and it's like, I don't know.
Pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, you actually watched it.
Yeah.
And of course, the locals in the Congo were like, fuck you, you're taking our landrace strain. And of course, these white fucking people, like all throughout history, just said, no, we're taking it, and just, pulled it right out of the fucking ground and
gave them $20 or something.
Yeah. Here's $20 for a generational strain. Have a nice day.
That's gonna make us millions.
Yeah, exactly. The other strain, we don't know. I don't know. Usually we're pretty good at finding out who the parents are, especially when we find out for Maury Povich that it wasn't Daryl, but not in this case. Next thing you want to know is, how does it smell and taste? Well, unlike some buds, the smell and the taste of this one is very similar. The dominant smell of taste of this is earth and sweet, with a subtle pine aroma. Earthy, sweet, and pine.
Spot on.
Spot on. The effects. I don't know if I'm smelling your knuckle or but
if it's earthy sweet pine, it's probably the weed, John.
I don't know. Do you wear perfume?
I wear cologne, but I spray it.
You wear cologne or perfume?
Cologne, and I spray it on my hoodie in the morning. I don't put it on my.
Okay. Well, your knuckles smell pretty good.
Okay, that's good.
At least we know your knuckle wasn't up someone's ass.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe their ass smells good.
True. Very, very, very true. Not everybody's butthole smells horrible, okay? The effects that Durban Poison will have on you folks, it's going to make you creative, along with being euphoric, focused, and happy. Now listen to this. If you suffer from any of this bullshit, it's going to help you out with it. And the list is long and distinguished, a lot like my Johnson.
You wish.
It is going to, you have no idea.
You right.
Girlfriend. Just because I'm fucking the color of ice doesn't mean, you know.
It actually does,
I can't be packing. Well, theoretically, yes. But there is an exception to every rule.
There's a few.
Everybody plays the rule. Sometimes.
No
Exception to the rule. Listen, baby. God damn. It might be exceptional. It might be cruel. Sometimes. Oh, fuck, dude. I feel the groove, dude. I feel like I'm in a black church, you know? Dude, how much more fun is black church than white church? They get up, they stand, they sing.
You actually feel something.
Oh my, yeah, you fucking get into it. Whereas like white church, like you can't even blink or like move your eyeballs. Like it's just too strict. All right. Anyways, this is going to relieve symptoms, everybody. If you suffer from ADD or ADHD, it'll help you out. Anxiety, bipolar disorder, chronic pain, depression, fatigue, headaches, migraines, nausea. Wow. That is a long list of things that it could fix for you, rather than going out to doctor fucking prescribe you whatever.
You know what's funny too is it's 100% sativa strain. Maui Wowie wasn't even 100% sativa. It was only 80-20. And Maui Wowie does not help with my ADHD at all. But this one actually does.
I can tell you unequivocally, Maui Wowie was definitely like a kick in the ass, but I've only taken one hit of the Durban so far, and I can already tell you I feel like I've had 5 pots of coffee off of one fucking hit. This is pure fucking rocket fuel, guys. You know, I know some people who stopped smoking weed because they were just, you know, ignorant and thought that like all weed makes you like want to fall asleep and eat the fucking pantry.
Right.
And I'm like, sativas. But it wasn't really until the last 7-8 years that the East Coast even started to have access to sativas.
Right.
We all grew up around here in the 80s and 90s and 2000s with mostly indica dominance.
Yep.
So thank you, universe, the fact that we have a selection, you know?
It is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful day. Dude, you know that I got a problem with something. Surprise, surprise. Have you ever seen a kids cooking show competition on TV?
Yeah, the one called Nailed It, where they have to like bake something in an unreasonably short amount of time that is especially intricate, and they come up with a bunch of ridiculousness. My daughter watches it.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You know what they should call those shows? Adults making kids cry.
No kids cry.
You know, it's like, here's not enough time and not enough ingredients.
Right.
Go.
Right.
And then you got a 9-year-old girl crying, you know, because the fucking chef's yelling at her because, like, her creme brulee didn't get enough fucking sugar on top. Yeah, dude, I know adults that can't even make toast or cook spaghetti.
I mean, that's pathetic, but okay.
Yeah, and then you're going to make a girl cry because her foie gras is, like, you know, the wrong temperature than you ordered it.
Because the fondant on her, you know, volcano cake is not...
You mean fondue?
No, fondant.
Fondant?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know what fondant is?
Yeah, in all the restaurants I've worked at, I don't remember fondant as being...
It's like it's like clay frosting. Like it's frosting, but you can like form stuff out of it. It's like not like spreadable. It's more...
It's like cement. It hardens once you like play with it. You know?
It doesn't get hard though. It just... I don't know. It's fondant. That's all I know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what?
I'm about to fucking... Holy shit, guys.
What happened to you? Big hit?
The Durban Poison's kicking my butt. Holy fuck. Especially out of a bowl. I haven't smoked in like 24 hours. Holy shit. The Tom Cruise movie, Mission Impossible, is literally the code name for keeping his sexual identity under wraps.
Mission Impossible?
Yeah. Eyes wide shut are exactly as he wants you.
Right.
I mean, dude, the fucking proof is in the fucking pudding here. We got movies like A Few Good Men, The Firm, Risky Business, Jack Reacher. If you didn't know any better, you would think those were already pornographic movies.
I mean...
And let me tell you something else. Remember Minority Report?
Okay.
That sounds like something the secretary of the KKK would hand to the Grand Pumbaa Wizard.
I guess. Like, I feel like you're trying to read into these so far that I never would have given that thought to those things.
Remember, The first thing you got to do with me when we're here is suspend disbelief.
Yeah, but it's not about disbelief. It's about, like, how'd you even get there?
I don't know. We're not going to fucking overanalyze my rantings.
Good, let's not.
All right. Who the fuck was old McDonald? And why do we care that he lived on a farm?
And is there any affiliation to Ronald McDonald?
I don't know. This is what I'm trying to say.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, Ronald McDonald is not old McDonald, because Ronald McDonald didn't necessarily have a farm, right? He didn't ever mention having a farm. He just has McDonald's. But I always wondered if there's some kind of weird affiliation, because in my head there is for some reason, and I don't know why.
Well, let's pump the brakes here a little bit. You know, like old McDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he had
animals.
Yeah, he had a whole variety of fucking livestock, right? But why do we give a fuck about old McDonald and that he even had a farm? There's plenty of farmers out there. Why did they choose old McDonald?
Because they wanted to make up a song about animals' noises so that could be fun for kids to sing in rounds in, like, kindergarten. That's why.
You know those things back in the 80s where it was like a round thing and you would like put it was like a dial and you would put it on like an elephant and then you would like pull a handle and then when it stopped spinning it was supposed to make the sound of the animal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mine was like
Pull
broken.
toy things.
Mine was broken and off by like a couple.
Yeah.
So like when you would pull it and it would ask you like what the sound of a shark would make and it would like quack like a duck, you know? Yeah. It was all fucked up.
That's funny.
Yeah. My slinky never slunked.
I don't know what that means.
I
didn't know slunking was a thing.
You know, the slinky's supposed to fucking slink and slunk, you know, when you
Are you sure it's supposed to slunk?
I don't know. But whatever it was supposed to do in like the fucking commercial.
It never went down the stairs all perfectly for you like mine did?
Dude.
You had a metal one or a plastic one?
Dude.
Because plastic ones are garbage.
It's advertising. Have you ever gone to McDonald's and gotten a Whopper that looked like it did?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I just said McDonald's Whopper. McDonald's should make a Whopper, and Burger King should make a Big Mac just for 1 week, just as like a cross promotion.
Burger King did try to make a Big Mac. They called it the Big King.
The fact that
No
you
joke.
know this is crazy.
Yeah.
Why do you know this?
Because it just happened to know. I
There's
don't know.
so much you don't know.
I'm full of useless information.
I'm the one that's supposed to be full of useless information, not you.
But I am. It's just not related to movies.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Or at least ones that came out in the last 15 years. Can I take a hit, or do you need to shove that down my throat?
No, I just need you to please try and remember to speak into the microphone when you talk. See, yeah, and then, yeah, no reason to hit a woman. None.
I bet right now you can think of a couple.
Oh, there's a fucking million reasons. A million reasons. Like, you know, that's...
Just give me a reason.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yes, you do. It's Pink.
Pink? No.
Just a little bit's enough.
Pink scares me.
Why?
I don't know. Just her
Is she
energy.
so confident?
Yeah, she's overly confident, and I just like her energy.
I love her.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, okay, let me take a step back. I don't love any celebrity anymore until I can, like, you know, figure out what they are or aren't into. But, like, I love the idea of her if any of what she presents is real.
Yeah, the idea of the image that's been presented.
Right, exactly.
But, like, in real life, we don't know these people.
Right.
I mean, you know.
Right, exactly
I mean,
my point.
I know they poop and they pee just like us.
Well, there's
you know?
a start.
Their houses can burn down just like ours can.
Clearly.
You know?
Well, the smart city is going to be up in 2028, so it's all good.
Yeah. What? The what?
Los Angeles is going to be the first smart city in the U.S. It's going to be done by 2028. Don't you understand why any of this is happening?
That's an oxymoron if I had ever heard one. Fucking smart city.
Yeah.
You know,
5-minute city.
Speaking of fucking things that don't matter, like old McDonald, like who gives a fuck? And
Right.
who gives a fuck about Jack was nimble and jumped over a fucking basketball hoop or whatever he did? Another thing, like they say, like if a tree falls in the woods and nobody sees it happen, does it really happen? And it's like, who gives a
So
shit?
does it make a sound?
Who gives a shit though?
Yeah.
I'm sure plenty of shit happens in the woods that we're not privy to.
Yeah, and I'm sure it all makes sounds. Like, what the fuck? Why are we even trying to hyperanalyze that at this point?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't either.
Like, I don't know if a tree falls in. I mean, dude, yeah, trees fall in the woods and nobody hears it or sees it because nobody's around.
Nobody's there.
Yeah, so I don't know. If a car crash happens and you weren't there, sir, did it happen?
Well, how many times have you been deep in the woods, and maybe not a lot for you, but for me it's been a lot, and you hear a really weird noise, or even a noise that's not that weird, you know what it is, but you don't know like what the fuck made it or where it came from, because like what the fuck, you're not supposed to hear that shit out in the woods. Like that's never happened to you before?
Huh?
Okay. Anyways.
No. Have I ever heard a strange noise in the middle of the woods?
Yeah, like something like cracking or like a falling or like...
Yeah, I've sensed some weird shit. I mean, I've been deep out in the woods on four-wheelers, like by myself. I mean, I'm talking like 8 miles from anything.
Yeah.
And I used to carry a gun with me.
Yeah.
Because
I would too.
I don't know. I mean, dude, I came up on a bear.
Right.
And I was like, okay.
Well, chances are there, especially if bears around here, I'm more scared of you.
I ended up slowly backing away.
There's mountain lions around here, man. So that's a reason right there.
Yeah. Yeah. There's all sorts of things that can kill you.
Not a black bear, though.
Speaking of bears, do you realize, I don't know what's happening. I think people are becoming bored with food. Because you can go into certain restaurants right now, and you can order bear paw.
What?
Bear paw.
Like it's actual bear paw?
They cook a bear's paw, and you get to order it at a restaurant and eat it like it's a fucking sirloin steak.
Where can you do that?
Right now, it's all the rage either in China or Japan.
Okay, no surprise there.
Okay. So,
I thought you were talking about like around here, dude.
Yeah, let's pump the fucking brakes here for a minute. I mean, look what we do to a cow. Cows, I mean, a dozen different cuts of steak, right? People eat cow brain, even cow tongue, even their eyeballs. We take milk out of their udders. We make baseball mitts out of their skin. We do a lot of shit with cows.
Couches and purses.
Yeah, but one thing we've never done with a cow, as far as I know, is try to eat its paw.
Yeah, but there's like cow foot.
There you go, sweetheart.
There's people do eat it, just not around here.
What? The paw?
The foot.
Of a cow?
The foot.
Yeah. Okay. God, you know how to... so what are you trying to say? That, like, this is normal behavior?
Yeah, it is in other parts of the world.
No, but... okay. Evidently, I can't get my point across here. The point, I mean, if you're going to kill a fucking bear, there isn't a better part of it to eat other than its paw?
Right, no, I get it.
Like, what are we doing here? Has steak and pasta and seafood, it's too boring. It's too... give me a bear paw for $260.
You know what I think it is? You want to know the honest truth?
What?
I think it's because it's one of the few things left that like it might actually be what they say it is. Like all the chicken and the beef and a lot of the seafood that we eat is like chemically engineered and grown from cells in labs. We can listen, for the population in the world, do you think that there's enough places that can produce enough chicken and beef and pork and all that stuff to feed all the humans in this world right now?
I really try not to think about it.
Yeah, because you know damn well there ain't, and that's why you try not to think about it.
No, I just know damn well.
That's why there's human DNA and everything.
I just know damn well that there's nothing I can personally do about it. You know, what am I going to do? I'm a comedian. What am I going to do? Sharpen a mic stand and
You're
go
going to
fucking...
You're going to share the knowledge with the people.
Yeah. We're going to get you your own show called Misinformation. And you're going to fucking break the bad news to everybody. And I'm going to sit here just as a co-host observing. Oh, here we go.
No, I just want my water.
Yeah, right?
Fuck you.
We should get you a CPAP machine for these sessions.
The fuck? And we should get you, that would be me and I'm going to stop.
Oh, no, dude, you can...
Listen.
What?
No, I'm not
doing it. Dude, yeah.
No,
yep.
we're not doing it.
Okay,
we're not
yep.
doing it.
We could...
We're not doing it.
We could.
We're not doing it.
We could, but we're going to pull up.
We're not going to do it.
Okay. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you that I'm cotton-mouthed as fuck. I feel like I've had 5 pots of coffee. I am super focused, but I can only focus on pretty much like 1.5 things at a time. And yeah, I am completely geeked out.
Okay, good for you. I'm a little less geeked out and a little more stoned, but I'm also very, very tired. So I'm pretty sure that has some factor in this, you know, for sure. But I still consider it, it's definitely, like, I'm not heavy in my head at all. Like, it is an upper. It is an upper, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely. Absolutely. I got to complain about a couple people, dude. I do. All right.
Do we know these people, or are they like...
Look how far away.
It bothers him so much that I'm far away. But listen, you're watching the show right now. You heard everything I said. Everything. Perfectly fine.
Yeah,
you don't need to listen to it again. You didn't miss anything. Yet he is so stuck on the fact that I'm not eating the microphone that he has to take up seconds talking about it every time it happens.
All right.
Just saying.
Do you want a Tylenol? Because you seem a little fussy. Zuckerberg and Bezos. All right. You got Zuckerberg, who goes and spends billions of dollars to build an underground mansion deep under the earth on a Hawaiian island. He could have taken just that same amount of money and he could have built a bunker that could have probably saved half of America. But no, he just does it for him and his family.
Are you surprised?
And then you got Bezos. He spends billions upon billions of dollars to build a dick-shaped rocket that goes up into outer space for about 10 seconds. He could have used that money and probably solved world hunger.
Yep, homelessness, you know, cured it.
So I'm thinking, I don't know what kind of political view this is, but I'm just saying, I would like to see a wealth cap.
Yeah.
Literally, like, if your, like, worth hits $1 billion, anything more than that gets taken away from you and redistributed to people who actually need it. Mm. I'm not talking lazy people. I'm talking true people who need it.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Redistribute the wealth. Is $1 billion fucking dollars not enough for you? $1 billion.
And if it's not, then what the fuck is wrong with you?
Is it?
Like what?
You know.
And then, because when people get that rich, you have to trust that, like, they're gonna do things for the right reasons. And how the fuck can you trust that when they've gotten to that? Some of them got to that point faster than you could imagine too. You know what I mean? They became rich in like a decade, and then their heads are so fucking big that they think they can do whatever the fuck they want, literally. And then we end up with, like, you know, Titanic submersibles and things like. Dude, I can't.
Do you understand the size of the middle finger that someone like Bezos is giving us when he flaunts billions of dollars into a penis-shaped rocket just because it was his dream to go up into outer space? That is the biggest fuck you. Look at the amount of money I have. And it's just like, dude, you know, I mean, granted, I believe in capitalism. However, I don't believe in you having $10 billion. Right. You know, maybe that's easy for me to say because I don't have $10. And, you know, maybe if I had $10 billion, I wouldn't want anyone to touch, you know, any of that money either.
Come on, no way.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I would be happy if you were to slide me like $1 million right now. I could make that literally work and change my life. $1 million. For sure. $1 million. And you got people, hey, here's $5 billion to put some satellites in space so I can, you know, take a good look at a fucking rhinoceros, you know, in some other dimension or some shit. I don't know what's going on with these people. A lot of stuff's
going to come out with that too, because people are going to get some information, you know, based on some private owners of some things like that they wouldn't otherwise get if people were in charge, because they don't want us to know the truth about a lot of stuff. So it's kind of good in a way that there'll be like private people getting information just because they're millionaires. That's one positive thing.
Totally, dude. Yeah,
don't act like it went over your head. Those are the moments when people say, like, he's kind of dumb.
Oh, I'm not dumb. I'm just, it's hard to make people believe that the fucking earth isn't flat. You think we're going to get people to buy in like last second into our wild theories about the people operating the world behind the curtain? You know, we've been talking about doing another show
but-
like that forever, but like,
True, but we gotta like give little tiny tastes here and there of like stuff without like going all out, don't we? Like that's fun.
I think we do. I think the topic I just brought up of having a wealth cap is a good thing to kind of think about.
You know, even if that were to come into effect, which I don't believe it ever will, they're just gonna find ways to manipulate it and work around it and like find loopholes and hide this and send that and cover this up. You know how shit works. Like, fuck, does it really matter?
Like, remember when I was just thinking about the forefathers, and then I was thinking, is there really four of them? And then I was thinking about how they used to say fourscore and 10 years ago.
Yeah.
How long was a score?
I thought a score was a decade.
I don't know. fourscore and 10 years ago.
I thought it was 7 years ago. 4 and 7 years ago. I think it's 7 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, okay. that's not, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We don't know what a score is.
You know what's so funny about that you brought that up?
No.
Guess what I randomly watched a half an hour of last night because it was on TV before I had to go do something. The scenes in Billy Madison, not Billy Madison, in the one he takes the kid, Big Daddy, where the little boy has to go on stage and say that exact speech. And then you brought it up. It's not something you talk about every day.
I've seen Big Daddy a handful of times, and I don't remember him having to get on stage and say a speech.
Not Adam Sandler, the little boy. He dresses as Benjamin Franklin, and he has to say part of the
about
the
electricity?
the Declaration of Independence.
Ben Franklin. Isn't that the guy who invented electricity? Yo, this is going to both excite you and hopefully make you laugh. Classic 80s movie, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have. Short Circuit.
Of course. No disassemble.
No disassemble Johnny 5, okay? Here's what's crazy. I don't remember her name, but I do remember the character. Her real name was Ali Sheedy. Ali Sheedy played this
main chick.
This chick in this movie, and she ends up finding Johnny 5 after Johnny 5 escapes Nova Robotics, right? And as soon as the local news finds out that she has Johnny 5, they, rush to her home. And there's a bunch of news reporters with their cameras out and the microphone sticking out in the front of her face. She comes to the front of the door and they're like, "Hey, are you so-and-so? Did you discover that robot?" And she's like, yeah. Do you remember what the first question was they had for her?
No.
They were like, "Did it molest you?"
Are you serious? I don't think I ever caught that.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Not even a little bit, but...
That is the first question the reporters asked.
She was like this, right? She just gave it like a weird look.
Yeah,
like,
she's
what
like,
the fuck?
"No." Like, what kind of
How is
fucking
that the
question
first
is
thing
that?
You're gonna ask me?
Dude, that would be the furthest thing from my mind if I was a reporter in that situation. What makes people think a robot's first priority when it gets around a lady would be to fucking molest it? Why? Because it was programmed by fucking men who probably never been with a woman?
Or men who are just disgusting.
Yeah. I don't know.
More likely.
Robots are going to mimic us at first, and then they're going to be like, "Oh my God, the person who programmed me was a fucking retard. Forget that." Shit.
Johnny 5 is alive.
I thought of something that could potentially be worth some money, but I'm just going to go ahead and spill it on here right now because that's literally how dumb I am. You know how there's underwear for men that have a separate pocket for their
balls.
nuts?
Yeah.
That way the nuts don't stick
Men
to the...
that I know that have those fucking love those underwear.
Yeah. They're a good time, right? So I was thinking for bigger women that have super big titties that spill all over their bodies and shit, why don't we invent socks for them? It would be like a hoodie for your boobs.
And what'd you do? Wear it around your neck?
No. Rather than wrangling up the boobs and trying to stuff them into this fucking uncomfortable bra shit, it would be basically like a sock or a long sleeve shirt for your titty,
And where would the support come from, John?
You would insert the titty almost like you're putting a pillow in a pillowcase into the sock.
Yeah.
both titties, like each titty would have its own sock, and then it would, get pulled tight together.
That wouldn't support that. You don't understand the dynamics here. Okay, that does not make any sense at all. It would make some sense if you did it around the back of their neck and then had a sock on each side for balance and support. Behind the back would not work at all. And not only that,
I'm not saying so much for balance and support. I was just
you've
thinking,
never had tits.
No, I was just thinking like the same problem that men have, like when they're like doing like strenuous activities and there's a lot of sweat and humidity going on down there. Their balls are being stuck to things they shouldn't be stuck to. The same way that we did that for men, why couldn't we do that for, big boobed like women? So like their boobs wouldn't stick to parts of their body.
I would say that you could do it.
They would be like enclosed in their own little sock.
The way that boobs are, every single bra, if that's your idea, every single bra would have to be based on exact measurements. Or you'd find some kind of crazy material that would somehow expand and stretch in just the right way so that somebody could wear it more than once and have it conform to their boobs, because no two sets of boobs are alike and no two sets of knees are the same. So if you were to do it based on measurement and custom make each cup for a woman for her boobs, that could potentially work.
I think the bra sock is still possible. I really do. And watch.
Weigh in, ladies, the bra socks. Here's the thing. I can see it being helpful for absorbing sweat, say in the summer, but won't it make you sweat more if your whole shit is covered like that? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I would not personally be interested in it, but maybe people would. Well, I can't speak for everybody. Oh my God. The fuck?
While we're on the topic of sports bras and titties and balls and underwear and all that kind of stuff, I was thinking, one of the best and also most insulting parts about athlete's foot is that you don't have to be an athlete in order to obtain it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah.
But it's also kind of insulting. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be some Olympic gold medalist in order to get athlete's foot. I mean, I'm not an athlete, but I can get athlete's foot as quick as anybody if I walk into a shower, dorm without wearing slides.
Right.
I'm no athlete. It's the same with jock itch.
Isn't jock itch just extra yeast down there, like a yeast infection for a dude?
Jock itch is no different than having athlete's foot. It's just a fungus that happens to grow if an area is dirty and moist and
just the right temperature and all the right conditions.
Yeah,
and all that.
That's why it happens a lot to athletes. But you don't have to be an athlete or even a jock to get the itch of the foot. I mean, you can just be unclean.
Okay.
Shit. We've talked about Viagra before on here, I mean, I don't think I'll ever require it because I have the opposite problem, However, I was wondering, there must be some kind of a Viagra for women, huh?
I think it's weed.
No.
For me it is.
Okay, so in order to have sex, a woman needs to self-lubricate, right? And then the penis needs to have some kind of a blood flow going to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of the process, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a true story. When I was actually 20, I was with a 30-year-old, and she had that problem down there where she could have used Viagra. She had a problem.
She was dry?
Yeah, no matter how turned on she got, since she was, able, it's not like I was doing it, is what I'm trying to say. It's not, it wasn't me that was causing it.
She couldn't get wet,
no.
To really, really get down?
She never could.
That sucks.
Yeah, something about her plumbing down there didn't allow her to lubricate.
Lube? Did you just use lube?
Yeah, that was the only way. So, that's to me, lack of wetness is the equivalent to,
Was she dehydrated?
No.
She
was 30, and it was, she had obviously, went to doctors and this, but I'm thinking,
sucks.
that was many moons ago, so to speak. So, is saying many moons, is that kind of being, what is it called? Unwoke? When I said many moons?
As if you're trying to imitate a Native American?
Exactly. That's where my mind goes now. My mind's oh my God, did I do the woke thing?
I don't give a fuck. I am indigenous and I'll still call myself an Indian sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? None of that matters.
What about an Indian summer?
I mean, I understand the term. I don't have a problem with it personally, but like this is.
But can't we say indigenous summer?
But why do we have to go that far and change it? Like, why?
That's what I'm saying.
Stop worrying about stupid shit, yo. For real, spend your time worrying about something that you can actually fucking do something about, please.
What are you so interested in on your phone?
I was gonna bring up a picture of something, and now I can't remember. I don't know.
A picture or something. Look at this photograph. It's of my girlfriend's ass. What? I don't know what happened, but she's laughing. And that always seems like a good...
This is what's so funny. Let me explain this.
All right.
One?
Well,
no.
Once you're ready to talk...
I need to stop coughing first.
Okay.
One, you chose Nickelback. Two, that's probably like the best I've ever heard you sing, and you chose Nickelback.
Well, that's just the thing.
Oh, my God. And three...
Nickelback is so Dollar General, dude, that like anybody can replicate it and become a,
You're kind of right.
It's the same 4 notes and chords in every song.
Yeah, and also, confession, I like Nickelback. You want to know why? Because I'm a singer and I love to sing, and you can manipulate the shit out of Nickelback. You can do anything with it.
Dude, you can watch videos on YouTube where they overlay like 2 or 3 Nickelback songs.
Yeah.
And they start them at the same time, and they all sound like in tune and shit.
It's so funny.
Like they work. Like
it's so funny.
It's fucking crazy.
The only one that doesn't fit is like Animal and like, yeah.
But hey, I mean, those guys made millions upon millions of dollars. I mean, something worked, right?
Yeah, man. Whatever. Don't hate Nickelback, man.
Do you remember the opening sequence to the Jetsons?
Yes. Meet George Jetson.
Yeah.
Judy, Jane, his wife.
Do you remember when Jane goes to get ejected out of the car? George is trying to give her like a couple $20 bills, and she ends up taking the whole wallet before. Dude,
yes.
Do you know what I would do if I was George? I would have grabbed her arm as she was trying to come out. I would have fucking yanked her back in the vehicle. There's no way she's taking my whole wallet, bro. That is so fucking
the fact
disrespectful.
That you're still caught up on that 20 years later is crazy to me.
20 years later?
Okay, yeah.
20 years later? No, it's just as I'm rewatching this shit as an adult, I'm seeing things that like my kid
Symbolism is everywhere.
Didn't fucking pick up on. Yeah.
Oh, I noticed that shit right away. I remember that vividly.
George is a good guy. I mean, I think he would have given her anything that she requested, but to just take his wallet and be like, fuck you, buddy, I'm out of here. I would have been like, nope. I would have pulled her ass right back in. Yeah. One piece of machinery I do love that I wish that they could duplicate from that fucking show is the food cycle.
Can you explain that further, please?
You don't remember what a food cycle was, man?
No, I remember Rosie, and I remember like her doing some weird shit with food sometimes and some gadgets, but I don't remember the gadgets' names.
The food cycle was basically like their
refrigerator.
It was their everything. It was their food source. It was basically
just like pushed buttons and it came out with shit, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a.
Because I remember that. I just don't remember what it was called.
It was a machine, that had like an LCD pad on it, and like. You fucking what? You want chicken nuggets and spaghetti and a side of mashed potatoes, and it just fucking spit it out.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I mean, you want bear's paw, dude, with a side of fucking alligator fucking testicle, and it would just spit it out. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's. Is that where we're headed? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, I can't imagine the food would just. I mean, but it would come out like that.
Yeah,
and it's just like, what kind of magical fucking Star Trek shit is this?
They wanted to, make it all like glorious and fantastical to us as kids, so that when it really does happen in our lifetime, we're like, yay!
But then again, the one of the people that created Area 51, before he died, literally on his deathbed, he admitted, and this was like 30, 20 years ago, that we had technology in the desert, meaning out in the like Area 51 area, that could take ET home and bring him back again. We, like he said, if you've seen it on Star Trek or Star Wars, we've done it, we've tested it, we fucking have it, we've been there, already gone past that. So, it's fake, the world's flat.
Well, like, it's not a globe though, John. So let's just not go too far with this either. Okay.
What do you mean?
It's not a perfectly round globe.
Dude, we could be in a simulation for all I fucking believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might not even be here right now. You know, yeah. Like we could be looking like Neo in The Exorcist. Yo. Or what the fuck was that movie?
Matrix.
Matrix, not The Exorcist. My God. Do you know the Lululemon creator?
No.
Was so racist towards Asian people that's why he named...
I heard something about that. I did.
The Lululemon creator was so racist towards Asian people, evidently, that's why he actually named the company Lululemon. He knew that Asian people would sound fucking retarded when they were saying the name of the company. That's fucked up. That is, yeah. So, like, he wanted them to go, woo-woo women. That's what he wanted them to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and...
wait, Asian people can't say, oh?
Dude, like, don't you remember the end of A Christmas Story when they're having the Chinese dinner?
Yeah, but that's all, like, for
and
that.
They sing,
it's not reality.
Fa ra 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 ra
yes,
ra
of course.
ra ra.
Of course.
Yeah.
But, like, that is all stereotypical bullshit. That's not the truth.
Dude, sometimes stereotypes come. Dude, I'm not saying that I did this. I mean,
know, but like
you're treating it like I'm the owner of Lululemon.
I want to know if they can say Lululemon now. Is what I'm saying. Like they can say oh.
Dude, I don't know because if I.
Because this guy, if he did that for that reason, it's a stupid fucking reason. Because most of them aren't going to really say woo woo. They're not like retarded,
Well, if they try,
if their tongue works right.
There is I'm not going to get into the stereotype, everybody, but we all know where the fuck this is going if we can continue with it.
Sometimes I just don't get it. Maybe that's the beauty. Maybe it's annoying. I don't know.
Do you remember, I know you don't watch TV or movies anymore, but back in the day you used to, and there was a skit that happened between 94 and 96 that SNL did 12 times. The name of the skit was Pat. Do you remember Pat?
That sounds familiar.
Pat was the how should I say this?
Who played Pat?
Nobody knew how to handle Pat's gender ambiguity.
Yeah, who played him?
I don't remember.
I should say.
I didn't actually write it down.
Damn it, because I want to picture that. Like I know I remember this.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the actor off the top of my head, but like. They would put Pat, who couldn't tell what gender Pat was, and Pat wouldn't do anything to reveal it the entire time. In fact,
he would do things to confuse you further, constantly and incessantly.
Yeah, Pat goes to a convenience store. Pat goes to work out. My favorite, Pat goes to the barber.
Yeah.
And, and she's like, give me a haircut. And the barber's like, well, what do you want? She's like, well, something that'll make me look good. And he's just like they can't answer his questions specifically enough to like point this guy, just kind of proving that you kind of like did or do at least need some kind of, I mean, okay. So back then it was funny, but what I'm trying to say is today, that's a real life thing that people deal with on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. There have been people I've come across both online and in person that I legitimately cannot tell what's going on down there, what they prefer. I mean, when back in the day, it was clear cut.
There's no way you couldn't guess.
It's like I'm looking at a fucking G.I. Joe and I don't know if it's flat down there or like completely blank like a stormtrooper.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be okay to ask in those situations, but how the fuck do that?
No. People are going to say, well, why does it matter? Why does it matter what sexual?
Well, you can ask what their pronouns are. That'll give you some indication, right? Because you have to address them somehow. So that is at the very least acceptable.
Yeah. I mean,
And that will give you some indication of what they're doing.
some people
hopefully.
actually literally wear their pronouns on their name tag or wherever they're working.
Yes.
So you could be like, okay, hello, they.
You're so stupid.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But what is crazy is I think that Pat would probably get treated worse here in 2025 than Pat did back in 1996.
Depending on where they lived, I could agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, like because back then it was people were kind of like in shock of it, or I don't know what they were, but it was almost like they were watching Bigfoot step off of a spaceship.
Yeah, and they were also, and the SNL did a really good job of like people were like genuinely befuddled too, and that's where the humor lied. And the fact is like they were befuddled. Do you understand? Like they could not really tell either way, no matter how hard they tried. So like. That's where the humor lied, is all I'm saying. And like this day and age, I don't think anybody thinks that's funny anymore. You know what I mean? Like that's gone. That doesn't exist. There's no humor in that.
There's no humor in it because back then it was outlandish and wild to think that there was a person like Pat that existed. However, this day and age, people run into Pats daily. Mm-hmm. So it's been normalized. Therefore, it's not funny because it's reality now. So, I don't know. I guess they predicted the future.
And how long ago was that episode? In the 90s, you said?
Yeah.
Probably?
Yeah. From 94 to 96, they did 12 skits of Pat.
Okay.
And if you want to see Pat, you just have to type in SNL Pat into a YouTube search and you'll see it. And
that's interesting to think about, John. I'm not going to lie.
Why would you need the front? Or cap. No cap. Yeah, no cap.
Buddy. You know, I hear that too much.
What do you think if we were to turn ramen noodles into Roman numerals? So they would still be ramen noodles, but they would be in the shapes of Roman numerals.
I think that's stupid.
No, but it would help kids like get an education about counting with Roman numerals while they were eating the ramen noodles.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be fun anymore.
But it's catchy. Marketing, Roman numerals.
No.
I can't even say it that fast. Roman noodles,
Roman numerals.
Roman numeral ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Say that fucking 3 times, whatever.
I don't think it makes any sense at all.
No?
Because think about it. Think about ramen noodles, the whole point of them, why they hold their flavor and everything, those long stringy noodles that all intertwine, whether you eat them with broth or not. How would you make Roman numerals anything close to that? They'd just be like regular penne or something and be garbage. It would just be all broth and like, no.
But at least kids could have fun while they're eating.
They're going to have way more fun with long stringy noodles.
I don't know.
Like, come on.
I don't know.
This is a no-brainer. Somebody weigh in on this one too, please.
Hey, well, somebody at Bud Light thought it was a good idea to make a trans person their spokesperson. I mean, why can't my idea work, dude?
Well, I mean,
not that I'm not for trans people to be included in shit, but I think Bud Light might have misjudged their audience just a little bit. No, they didn't.
They knew what they were doing. They agreed to be the big, huge company to take the hit at that point in time and somehow become compensated or overcompensated later. Like, there's no way they did not know what that was going to do to sales. There's no way. I refuse to believe it.
So you're saying that you refuse to believe a company could be that dumb,
right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
With making all that money and doing everything that they do, they just agreed to do it for another reason unbeknownst to us.
Unbeknownst.
Yes.
Unbeknownst. Oh, dude, there's been something I wanted to say before we wrap things up here on this episode. In light of the P. Diddy and, I've read everything about this shit from J to Z, Beyonce, but you said that Justin Bieber, you were like, watch what Justin Bieber is going to become or do in like 5 years. Mm-hmm. What were you alluding to, Miss Conspiracy? I'm dying to know.
Justin Bieber is going to... No, I don't want to eat the mic, John. My lips are almost touching. I can feel it. Fucking asshole. He's gonna end up being a religious leader, I guess, of some sorts. I don't know if I would call him a preacher or whatever. That's not really what I'm alluding to. But like, he's gonna be involved in worship and like godly stuff and have quite the following.
That's kind of crazy that you say that, because that just gave me an idea that okay. Do you know the fan base and followings that, like, let's say like Billie Eilish?
Yeah. They're.
She has like 300 million followers, or it could be like a billion. I mean, all right. Yeah. Imagine if Taylor Swift, with all of her billions of Swifties, were just to all of a sudden start a cult.
Oh yeah, trust me, I've had these thoughts.
Like, people, I think, would really fucking fall in line with anything,
especially
that she had to fucking say. Yeah. So could Billie Eilish, dude. Billie Eilish could just one day come out and say, okay, if you are a fan of mine, you are going to do this, that. I mean, not that she would do that, but like, they have the power to turn their fan base into a cult, literally.
You've seen footage from Taylor's concerts. You've seen some of the things that she's done.
It's not just Taylor.
Oh, I know. It's most of
there
them,
is innuendos to like all sorts of crazy shit in what they do on stage at these concerts.
The Weeknd had some crazy shit too. Like if people do not see some of these things for what they are and how ritualistic they are, I don't know.
I think some people just, I mean, tend to just, you know, what do they call it? Dispel, what's it called? Suspending disbelief, because what the fuck can we do about it? We know that the people at the what's that place called? The Grove?
Garden, oh no, Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove. We all know they get together and they pray to some kind of fucking, like, demigod, and you know, they all inject them, you know, each other with adrenochrome, and they eat deep fried bald eagle, you know, but like, what can any of us really do about it? You know, there's no sense in me getting fucking
not support it, like not go to the show.
I don't go to the show.
I'm saying good, don't. I don't show? Either. But like, I'm talking about the fact that Taylor Swift fills up fucking football stadiums with millions of people, and they all pay to see her, and they pay thousands and thousands of dollars, and they're all part of whatever it is that she's got going on there.
Yeah, but all she's doing is singing about, like, you know, I mean, it's so relatable, you know, because she's talking about, you know, about
a bunch of failed relationships over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, he brought me a sweater, and you know, the other boyfriend didn't do that, and she's falling in love, and oh my god, you know,
I'm drunk in the back of the cab.
Hey, I've been drunk in the back of a cab. I can't deny it. That's also where I picked up my first bout of COVID. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you live in the area that this show resides in, and you know where that is, I don't know. You know, if recreational or medical marijuana is available in the state and or territory that you live in, you know, do a search there on your local internet for the Durban Poison. It is a powerhouse of 100% sativa.
Rocket fuel.
Yeah, it's great. It's rocket fuel. I mean, all it took me is, I mean, not even a bowl. I mean, I didn't even finish my bowl. I didn't even finish my bowl. You know, sometimes it requires me multiple pints of ice cream to satisfy my hunger, and this did it for me.
And I smoked 2 bowls.
Yeah, which is rare. I mean, she's usually 10 deep.
Shut the fuck up. You're such a dickhead.
But, you know, not this time.
I never smoked more than 2 bowls. He's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, so we give...
No, I'm not, now I'm going to push it further away from me and make you watch.
No. No, that's what happens in my nightmares already.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, see... No, so anyways, everybody, yeah, we give Durban Poison a thumbs up.
Yeah, we give it a thumbs up. 5 stars. 5 stars. I like.
Can you see what
all time? Look at my thumb compared to his.
Yeah.
One of my all time favorite sativas by far.
Can you put it a little bit closer to mine?
No, because why?
Just to show how fucked up my thumb is.
It's fucked up.
Like, I'm not trying to do that. Like, that's me trying to put it straight. But I think I'm missing. I think I'm missing half of my fucking thumb bone.
I think that you're double jointed in your thumb. And your thumb goes just back farther than normal people.
Yeah, that's why I'm so great in the bedroom.
Is that why? Because you use your thumb?
Yeah, that's just one of the many reasons.
Many reasons.
This white boy has moves.
Okay, buddy.
All right, everybody. Again, the strain is called Durban Poison. It is a great strain. My name's John.
Phenomenal, even.
Her name is Jaimie. And
I'm
we
Jaimie.
will see you on the next episode of Blazed Infused. If you could, go ahead and hit the like button and make sure you...
It's a full moon tonight. Check it out.
Yeah. That won't matter when this comes out.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Yeah. This isn't CNN Live. All right. So, anyways, please hit the like button, everybody, and make sure you subscribe and turn on all the notifications and all that good fucking jazz. And thank you so much for supporting us. Once again, I'm John. She's Jaimie. This is Blazed Diffused. We'll see you next time. Until then, wow.